What's your threshold? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 81 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and it's another late night episode. I have come back again to do my duties. Unfortunately, yesterday I didn't consider that today I would have not been home, so I had to come home a bit earlier to record this so that it's part of the process. As usual, it's not the only reason. It also fit into the schedule. I am pretty sure that down the line, within the year, it will happen at least once that I'll have to record and leave a day empty. We'll see when and if that happens. And before diving into the episode of today, I also wanted to, expand a bit upon, what this podcast is becoming. I really see it as an opportunity for anybody tuning in and listening to just reflect upon the hints that I find based on the things that I experience. So I'm not necessarily here to give options, I'm here to give you options, but I'm not here to give you solutions. Because more often than not, the things that I'm sharing are struggles or things that I dealt with to which I had a solution, but it's one solution. It might work for me, it might not work for you. Whereas maybe things that I'm struggling with, you have already solved. But I really like the fact of being able to share something to whatever level of importance. It can be anything, but most importantly, it is helping me a lot because it's making me way more conscious about my decisions, my struggles, my successes. So I really see myself doing this for a long time. Maybe not with this strict schedule, but for now it's part of the plan. But down the line, who knows? Now, coming back to the episode of today, which is a bit of an evolution on things that we have touched upon, the latest episodes. And I want to talk a bit about thresholds. I think the easiest connection that I had was these days with pain and struggle. If you didn't listen to previous episodes, I had an injury to my ankle, and now I'm walking a bit strangely. And there are moments where, let's say, the foot hurts a bit more. But now that it's been already 3-4 days, and I kind of got used to this threshold and to this level, of pain and let's say uncomfortableness, if I could say so. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me all that much, and I feel like I can push a bit more. The same is a bit around, let's say, the state of my apartment, in the cleaning aspect, I've talked before, in terms of harmony, in terms of how clean it is, but I think that what you actually build is a tolerance, which could be, let's say, a similarity between what I mean with threshold and tolerance. Because, let's say, when you are exposed so much to something, your threshold for that thing to become actually bothering and a problem increases. And it can increase quite a lot. And that can be a bit the problem that we are facing, in the good and in the bad, that's for sure. But I think that we lack sometimes the realization of the thresholds and the tolerances that we have built towards, let's say, certain things in our life. I can bring you also the other example that, let's say, made me think about this topic was, for example, with cooking and eating out. On a normal basis, and let's say prior to being exposed to this facility of being able to order food and also going out, now that I live by myself and I have a bit more freedom, there are moments where, let's say, once I do that once, twice, and maybe even three days in a row, the effort and the threshold of effort that I have to surpass to say, okay, let's go back to cooking is so high. Whereas if, again, then for any reason it happens that I cook for myself and that happens again 1-2 days, it's actually very easy. You know, I know what to do. I go and do it. It's enjoyable. And I always tell myself, you know, why was I struggling? And I think it's, again, in this not realizing that every action and every circumstance has a memory. I like to think of it also that way. It can be trusting somebody. It can be trying something new. It can be trying something again. If you have failed a lot of times and if that specific action caused you harm, you trying again is not like the first or the second time. It's much harder to do it. And the threshold to surpass is incredibly more high. So when you are analyzing yourself, when you're looking at your actions, when you're trying to understand the things that you're doing, start considering more the threshold that you have built. You know, maybe look back and say, okay, this exact thing that I'm doing right now, was it easier or was it harder before? Because again, this is especially effective when you go from something easy to something hard. So the example that I was making before, you know, if you cook for yourself, or if you, again, I don't know, go to the gym, or any kind of good habit that you are trying to work towards, the moment that you break it once, it's, again, doing it again is not that hard. Like maybe, you know, you will get back into the rhythm, but getting to break it takes no effort. You know, the threshold to surpass is nothing. Whereas if you keep on doing that bad thing, it's gonna be then so much harder to go back to the normal level and to, let's say, experiencing something that is not so entertaining, not so easy, not so accessible. And it all comes down in the end, I think, of how efficient and how much stuff that you actually want to do and that you actually need end up doing. Because all these situations by themselves, as always, they're not bad. There's nothing intrinsically bad with eating out. There's nothing intrinsically bad with skipping a workout, or it can be absolutely anything, you know. But the moment that you use it as a default in a situation where you're not really gaining anything, but you're doing it just out of either boredom or lack of effort, it's silly. Again, it's not a problem by itself, but it can become one. And the faster you realize, you know, if you stop before and you don't continue doing that, it's going to be, again, much easier to go back to your regular routine and to your regular activities that require effort from you. And it's, again, that effort that actually, you know, builds you, that actually gives you meaning. So, yeah, try to realize a bit what are the thresholds in your life, and maybe recalibrate them a bit. For those that are a bit too high, try to bring them to normal level. And for those that are very low, try to keep them there, because it means that you are doing indeed a great job. So I think it's enough for today. Let me know, as always. I mean, I think I've been saying this for every episode, but I really mean it. If you made it this far, feel free to leave a comment with any kind of experience maybe that reminded you of this practice. It's always a pleasure to read through them. And I won't hold you all that much. This was episode 81 of the Shower Podcast. Thank you very much for listening, and see you at the next one.